Alrighty, good morning everybody and welcome back to another Daily Examen here. Time to kick off another week. Question number 1. What am I improving on by 1% today? Alright, question number 2. What did I learn yesterday and how can it apply to today? Alrighty, question number 3. What am I doing to teach those around me? Alrighty, question number 4. What is the good in something perceived to be all bad? And last but not least, question number 5. What am I doing to make the companies I work with, my community, and the world a better place? Alrighty, everybody, that's pretty much it for today's Daily Examen. One thing I wanted to touch on that I thought was kind of interesting was last week you had arguably two of the most influential people in the United States right now talking about what it means to kind of be pro-America, and both in very different ways. Let's not confuse the two. But I still thought it was interesting nonetheless. And so the first one was Elon, and I mentioned that in a video, I think last Friday or Saturday. And then the other was Warren Buffett, and his kind of slide now that's been going around the internet, never bet against America. And I think it's really interesting because he didn't come out and say it exactly, but he alluded to the idea of America and never betting against that more than the physical place or the government. I think a lot of times people get stuck in their mind of, oh, well, that's, ridiculous to say something like that, and to be so pro-American in that way. But I think really what it comes down to is being pro the American ideal and the American idea. I know I've spoken to many of you about that, and I think it's a really important thing. Um, I, I, I have a blog post that I'll probably post about this at some point in the future because I think it is really interesting, especially with everything happening on a global stage. And undoubtedly, we've, as a country and a people, have had our ups and downs, but I think what's really fascinating is, on the whole, no matter where you come from here in the United States, no matter where your family came from, there's an opportunity to kind of charge ahead in some way, shape, or form, and that's really unique, and I think it's really easy to take for granted because I know I have friends all over the world, and even in some really great countries, by most standards, but they will never be able to get ahead and potentially do the things they want because of the way society is structured. So anyway, lots of interesting thoughts there. I'll probably deep dive into them a little further, but I was just really fascinated that two people, Elon and Warren, talked so much about this pro-American ideal last week. So anyway, no matter where you are in the world, I hope you have some of those tendencies. And like I said, at some point I'll do a longer, maybe a longer post about, at least in my opinion, what it means to be pro-America. And I actually think I said it in a short post recently, that it doesn't matter, the American idea doesn't matter where you're geologically located, doesn't matter how much wealth you were born into, it doesn't care about your race, it doesn't care about your gender, etc., etc. So, all the American idea and the American ideal really asks of any of us is, to pursue life, liberty, and happiness, and to not get in anybody else's way as they try to do that for themselves. So anyway, I hope everybody has a great day, and thank you very much for tuning in to this Daily Examen, and we'll talk to you a little later. See ya.